My birthday dessert today was one of my mom's favorites from when she was a kid. And she talked about these all the time. They're called Charlotte Russe. And it's a sponge cake with whipped cream and a cherry on top. Now, I should tell you, Charlotte Russe has no political leanings. And the place that made these refused to make them for me.
Oh, really?
Yes.
What? Oh,
No. Let me explain. They said that their ovens had gone down, all kinds of stuff, but folks went and got them anyway, which is why I'm not telling you who made them. But can't be because I'm a woman, but perhaps they did not like my politics.
Yeah.
But that's okay, because you know what? Listen, this is my mother's celebration.
Yeah.
Pick these up and celebrate with me and my mom.
She tried to spin it like she was a victim, and basically she became a female or a black Karen, a female black Karen, because she wanted to create some controversy as a result, and this is just more civil war within themselves, trying to come to terms with the idea of Trump winning the election and Kamala Harris losing. And so now she's trying to make it seem like, oh my God, the bakery wouldn't make them for me because of my political leanings. How can you come to that conclusion? How can you come to the conclusion unless the bakery says that they don't want to make it because of your political leanings? And why would they then deny you, knowing that it's a possibility for them to get negative press in order to do so? When I first heard this, when this first started going viral, I waited, right? I didn't react to this immediately because I wanted to get the full story and I wanted to better understand exactly what's going on, because it didn't sound right to me. It did sound fishy. Of course, we knew and she knew that people were going to find out what the bakery was and where the area was that made it and all of that stuff, and very much they did. And so what happened was, initially, there was a negative backlash because you know the internet do what the internet do, and you can't hide nothing, and that's why it's always good to be better and be transparent. But basically, Whoopi Goldberg made herself a Karen. Now, why wouldn't she also take into consideration that it's a possibility that they weren't lying, and then some other situation happened, or maybe their ovens got up and running, or maybe they already had inventory, but they didn't have enough to do it, so people went and got, like, it's so many different possibilities. But to go on to your show and then to make this assumption, while we know that these small business owners are already trying to figure it out, and higher costs and food costs and employee costs and all of this stuff, and it only takes one bad review, let alone one major bad review or a negative reaction before somebody can absolutely tear your business down. We've seen that from Keith Lee. And you want to go online and just absolutely positively destroy their reputation and then try to make it seem like, oh no, I wasn't trying to destroy their reputation, by basically playing the Karen role, knowing that people were going to go out and find out what was going on. And the thing that I'm trying to figure out is, how isn't this show already removed from the air, and what other lunch ladies is watching this? But make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. Also, make sure you get that Teach Henley, 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. And then last but not least, make sure you get your tickets to come and kick it with me in person December 14th in Detroit. It's going to be an absolute great time. Let me show you what the response is of the business owner and how people are coming to their defense and aid.
And I think the bottom line here is, after we're going to call up Jill, who has had to endure something that she shouldn't have to endure. These people are up at 3 or 4 o'clock every morning. The sacrifices they've made, the holidays they've missed with their families. To make Staten Island better, they have sacrificed for 145 years. Rutherford B. Hayes was the President of the United States, for God's sakes. And they're still here, and they're still strong, and they're not going anywhere, despite what other people on television have to say. And frankly, the people who defamed the Holterman family should apologize to the Holterman family for making stuff up to suit their needs. Not everybody wakes up every day and thinks about politics. A good business person doesn't care about anybody's politics. So with that, I'd like to call up Jill Holterman Bowers. She deserves 110% support. Jill, come on.
So before we bring that up, he was 100% right, and that not everybody is focused on politics, and a good business person does take everybody's money, which is one of the things that I even preach to people as far as stop labeling yourself a black-owned business within a black culture, because basically what you're doing is you alienating other people that could potentially patronize your business. Just be black and you're fine. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't necessarily believe in identity politics when it comes to business or anything like that. I believe that a rising tide lifts all ships. And so you should focus more on doing what you're supposed to do to serve the customer and getting more customers, because it's already hard enough running a small business, starting a small business. We know that the majority of small businesses ultimately close. So to see a historic small business that has the backing of the community and has a great reputation, but yet Whoopi Goldberg wanted to go out and make it about her and ruin a small business while they sit there and complain about Donald Trump is amazing to me. But let's go ahead and hear what she got to say.
It's a community that I have to tell you, I'm so overwhelmed by the support between finding out yesterday this even happened, getting phone calls, and then people coming in, people from all over just supporting us in every way. We had phone calls yesterday from Alabama. Guy says, I'm going to give you $50, send it to a school, send them donuts, send them cupcakes. The support has been so overwhelming, and I know how hard my family has worked to keep this business alive, and I wish my father was here today to see this. He would never believe it. My bakers come in 2 or 3 in the morning just to have donuts and rolls for everybody to come in and say, we have the best rolls ever. And you know what? It took my whole family. It takes everybody, the community that comes every day to see us. We have this everyday conversation with everybody. How's the family? How's this? This is what makes Holterman's Holterman's. It's the community, it's my fellow everything that come out, and us giving back to the community that makes this go round. And if it wasn't for you and Staten Island to make this work, we still wouldn't be here today.
People, every single day. You know, people like Whoopi Goldberg is so far out of touch in reality. I had seen a video that she did where she was talking about, and they say that she makes anywhere between $5 and $8 million a year, and I can't substantiate that, but she definitely makes a lot. And she was talking about, oh my God, if it wasn't, I work hard every day. If I had enough money, I wouldn't be here. Some of these people are so out of touch with regular people every single day. And I'm not sure if she employs anybody or knows how to run a small business, but it's hard. It's hard for these business owners every day, and they're trying to survive, and it's a change in landscape and change in dynamics and political views and all of this stuff. And now you got to deal with online social media culture. And you got to get it right every time, and you don't know if a reviewer is going to come in every day and stuff like that. And you have this history. You got these people whose lives depend on it, and they wake up at 2 and 3 in the morning every single day, and they put their time in and they grind, and they don't make no bones about it. They don't complain about it. They just take care of their business. And we like for small businesses to thrive because that is what the fabric is of the United States of America. That's who we used to be before, basically Democrats sold off everything that we had in order to be able to create this economy that only benefits them, right? And so, I am very disappointed. I am absolutely, positively bothered by the idea that somebody with so much power and so much visibility could use a platform in a negative way. And if you just so happen to get bad service and you're not a full reviewer, then you know what? Just don't patronize the business again, because you don't know what the circumstances is. We don't know what's happening. But to claim racial discrimination or political discrimination based off of your political views, and you can't substantiate that, honestly, that's evil. It's pure evil. It needs to be held accountable. I don't know how y'all continue to watch these people outside of holding them accountable every single day. I think that it's one of the worst shows on TV, and I'm going to continue to put my foot on their neck. Y'all let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Again, make sure you tap into the Patreon. Link is in the description. There's some great information in there. Got a new video coming out tomorrow. Teach Hanley 40% off your first order plus 20% off for life. And then last but not least, make sure you guys get your tickets to come and kick it with me in person. Discount code Anton is in the description. I love you. I appreciate y'all. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments.